Susan Ricker Knox by Barbara Adams. Susan Ricker Knox was a successful portrait artist who had a long and prolific career spanning more than 40 years, including between written up in many magazines, journals, and newspapers. She was born in Portsmouth in 1874 and educated in Portsmouth schools. She also attended art school at Drexel Institute in Philadelphia and later Cooper Union. Susan was first known along the Maine coast and had her first studio in York, Maine, then in Ogunquit, later in Boston, and eventually in New York City, where her studio was listed at Carnegie Hall. She was described as having great sympathy for her models, often children, and a keen appreciation for human nature, which contributed greatly to the success of her portraits. A pivotal event occurred in this artist's life when she attended an entertainment given by Metropolitan Opera artists for immigrants in the detention room at Ellis Island. This encounter changed the direction of her career. The immigrants at Ellis Island awakened her interest in these ethnic populations. She was fascinated by the crowds of people of all ages, different races, and the many colors of their ethnic dress. A quote from her stated, "Never before had anything stirred or stimulated me for my subjects of art." Following this, Susan returned to Ellis Island every day for 90 days and produced 32 paintings of the ethnic groups she saw. She painted the immigrants with great sympathy and understanding, catching the atmosphere of the crowded rooms, the anxiety of the immigrants waiting there, many in the same grimy clothes they had worn during the Sips passage, and made no attempt to glamorize them. She wanted to show the melting pot as she saw it, in their faces the hope, the fear, the weariness, and the wonder that they expressed. The Ellis Island paintings became well known and were widely exhibited. They were displayed at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. during the debate on the first immigration bill and were said to influence the quota of immigrants allowed then. There was an anti-immigrant movement then, and there's also an issue of immigration currently, and the arguments were similar to those of today.